So these are the Sidi Atojos, however you pronounce them. I got these in late December of 2021. I have about 30, maybe 30 hours on them. 25 to 30 hours on them. And last week, the whole front sole was just hanging off, as you can see in the pictures I'm going to put in. So I ordered windshield glue, and I globbed it all in there, wrapped it with electrical tape, kept it nice and tight, and believe it or not, the boot's holding up perfect. The front was solid. I did an event called Tough Like Raw and pounded these boots on some rocks, and they held up. My repair worked perfectly. It's a damn shame CD doesn't use this glue on their boots, but whatever. And then after the event, I found another surprise. And after the ride, after the event, I noticed my repair is holding up very well, but the back started falling off. The back's, look at that. And CD basically said, we'll give you 40% off on another pair. And I was like, well, that's not good enough. I just spent $550 on these boots, and they're falling apart. So, now I'm not buying another set of CDs. Instead, I picked up a set of brand new Garnets. This will be my second pair of Garnets. My first pair are still in good shape, but I shipped them off for new soles. They were kind of beat up. So I got these just in case these fell apart totally at like raw. So I had these on the side just in case. So I sent the black ones out to get new soles today, and I'm gonna keep these. Why not? And I'm going to attempt to fix the back of the sole with this 3M windshield wiper glue. Not windshield wiper glue, but windshield glue. And let you know how it works out. So basically, CD said, we'll give you 40% off. And in the emails I sent them, I was like, 40% ain't good enough. I mean, you should give me a full warranty on this boot. I mean, as you can see, it's not in horrible shape. I mean, I do hard enduro, but they're not horrible. They're not torn up. Those fucking soles came off. There was like hardly any adhesive holding them on. So, sorry, I got a stuffy nose. And whatever, I'm going to do a little repair on it and see how it holds up. So I taped off the boot because I know it's going to get messy. If you look in there, there's like hardly any adhesive holding this boot on. Very, very thin layer. So I'm going to make a mess right now. Alright, so I killed it with the windshield glue, and then I used electrical tape. I wrapped it really, really tight. I don't have vices and all these special tools, so I made do with what I got. It worked on the front when I did it a couple weeks ago, so it should be fine in the rear. So I taped the hell out of it, all directions. Just went crazy. A whole roll of 3M electrical tape, and I taped off the edges over here underneath, so the glue don't smear onto the boot. So I peel off everything. Should come out nice. And I'm going to wait about 48 hours for it to dry, and then we'll see what the finished product looks like. Okay, so it's been close to 24 hours since I used the 3M windshield glue on the sole on these Sidi Atojos, however you pronounce them, like I said. The repair looks solid. Like I said, I'm not a professional, you know. I'm not about looks, I'm about function. So there's some, I taped it off, but there's, you know, a little bit of glue over here, smeared out a little bit, not a big deal. Could probably clean it up with a razor. I cleaned it up a little bit over here, which ain't bad. In the back, I marked everything off with a pen, and I ran some electrical tape around it. So when I peeled the tape off, it was pretty clean. And here's the other side. This was pretty bad. As you can see, I cleaned it up with a razor blade, but yeah, it's not horrible. This is the front repair I did a couple weeks ago. That's holding up. That's holding up. This was redone with the windshield glue, and I left it alone. And then after Tough Like Raw this weekend, the back was peeling off. So it's obvious they did not put enough adhesive on this boot for this sole. So I got my own windshield. Got some windshield glue. Ordered it on Amazon, 3M. And it looks pretty solid. Next test is to go for a ride and see how they hold up. Alright, so we're out on the trail. I got the repaired boot on. And we're going to see if it holds up. We're going to be hitting some rocks, some logs. And let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's see what happens with these boots. Let's see if the 3M windshield glue holds up. Which I think it will, because it already has in the past. Sidi just makes a shitty boot made by a bunch of gypsies in Romania that don't give a fuck about quality. And so I'm going to trash these boots a little bit. I got a reason to trash them. They fucking fell apart on me like in 25 hours. And they don't want to do nothing for me. 40% off new pair of boots. Ain't working, my man. All right, let's go. Looks like they're holding up so far. I'll get a better close-up of them when I get home. Right, so I just got back from a rip. Mixed it up a little bit. Single track, some rocks. And I mean, the 3M is just amazing. It's holding up nice. I mean, it should. The front was done a couple weeks ago, and it was solid. It was solid through the whole race of Tough Like Raw. And the rear fell off, like I said earlier, but I just glued it up all inside with the 3M windshield glue. And it's on there. That shit is not coming off. I don't know why Sidi is lacking in their quality, but they should use the 3M glue, so we ain't got to deal with guys like me making videos putting down their product. So I would pass on these boots. I would not buy them again. This is what you want right there. That's just top level, top dog, top shelf shit right there. I had these boots already, and they're no joke. So the only reason I bought these is because just in case these things failed on me during the race, I wouldn't have to pack it up and go home. I can just swap out my boots. So I'm keeping those. Those are staying. These, I'm just going to beat the hell out of them until they're done and throw them in the garbage and never buy them again.